Hey everybody, we're back with another container box opening video. This one probably end of Q1. I was originally going to do maybe like for a year sort of thing, but I think by the time April comes around, we will probably be mostly done with this video. So yeah, anyway, so as normal, these box opening videos are for stuff that come off of containers. These were tucked in the back of this one. And they are some things that I picked up from a friend of mine who's been downsizing his plush collection. And there's 3 boxes here that they sent with us. And so they're doing a little bit at a time to, you know, stagger it out. I think it was on the previous container video, there was a box for a Terra Jumbo Mari, and there should be an opened one. It should be this one. But yeah, I think the rest of them is just the Terra Jumbos. I don't remember what else we threw on this round. I think there might have been I don't know. They weren't all Terra Jumbos. I don't remember. Anyway, I think there's 3 of the plush on this run around. So I'll get these opened up and show them real quick here. And then these are gonna go home. This is all that's on this container, so back in your box for now. Gonna go up into the loft for storage until I find a good way to display all the Love Live stuff. But I think they're all Love Live Terra Jumbos, if I remember. Anyway, yeah, this is all for this one. The next segment will have quite a few more things and whatnot. And after that, I think it's kind of in the air. We've got probably more of those benches and stuff like that that are still coming from that arcade closeout that we bought. Lord. Your poor hair, baby. It's all pulled forward. But yeah, there'll probably be more benches, maybe more art and arcade stuff like that from that one arcade that we bought out. But that one will be a surprise because I won't really know what they fit in there until it comes in. We do have some pictures of their loading job, but you know, it's sometimes you can't quite tell what all is in there. So I feel like there might not actually be any this time around, but we'll see. That container's coming in the next week or so. Let's go ahead and open the 3rd box. Let's see if I remembered correctly that it was all Terra Jumbos. I still feel like there was something. Oh, that's all. Yeah, it's all the Terra Jumbos. So there's quite a bit more that I've picked up from them in terms of plush, but like there's enough that I think you'd almost have to truck a load to get all this stuff over to get it shipped, and it sure as heck isn't gonna ship through the mail with as much as you know, big stuff as this is. So anyway, it's just those 3 for this container. I'm sure maybe I might think of something else that might be missing, but I'm pretty sure it's just these 3 big girls for this time. So we'll be back with that other container once that's in. And if I remember anything else from this one, I'll bring it up. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got the main chunk of what's probably going to be in this video. It's all packed on the Luigi's Mansion here. We've got the other part over there, has a bunch of it as well. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. This is probably the main part of it. I don't think I'm gonna be getting anything else significant off this quarter from other containers. So we'll get right into it. I think I mentioned this in the container video when we unloaded this, that this is going to be the last of the stuff that we bought and threw on a container from the last trip to Japan. I think these are going to be some things that I helped our friend here pick up. And you can see this is a relatively heavy, sharp monitor bar. Actually, no, this is the PC. Is this the PC? I think this is the. Oh no, this is a. That's a different box. Oh, you know, I think I know what this is. Mind if I open this on up?
Go ahead.
Take a look at what it is, because I think this is half of your stuff. But yeah, no, there's a couple things that we picked up there. There's a couple goodies that they had for us when we went, and they mentioned that they'd throw on. We have our regular restock of cards and whatnot this time around. So, I think this is what you were most worried about.
Yeah.
That looks pretty decently packed.
Pretty well packed, yeah.
And again, it isn't. So this, yes, you could have sent this through the mail, but like even with this packing, with it's pretty in there. You put this in the mail, you put this through FedEx or something like that. You can't really trust it to get here safely. How far out do you want this pulled, or do we want to just take a look at? Probably just like that. Leave it like that.
Just the front glass.
Yeah.
If you can see the front glass is in one
Well, it's
piece.
covered. It's actually cardboarded.
Oh,
So anyway,
it's probably fine then.
This is worth seeing. This is how they pack it out in Japan.
Yeah.
This is how it probably would have been sent through Bai or any depot service if it had been gone that way. And this might have moved around a bit. And this plastic is getting old.
Yep.
Like the yellowing on it's pretty bad, and when it gets like this, it gets brittle. So naturally, we would much prefer to send it in a container like that, where it's absolutely not going to get damaged.
Yep. 1995 model, 1,000 yen.
Yeah. So it's a. If you want to talk about what it is and whatnot, as well as what's in the other box once we get to it.
That is a Sony Multiscan 35 CRT monitor, 1995 model, and it was a little bit dirty, but we'll clean it up. It'll be great.
Yeah, and I mean,
1,000 yen.
considering the price, yeah, and what the PC98 was only
The
was
PC
it 10 or 18 or.
The PC98 was 7,000 yen, and it's got DOS 6.5 installed and running.
Yeah, so at any rate, that stuff can be cheap over there. It's just hard to get over here in good shape.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the PC98. Because I think the Phoenix kit's in a bigger box. We also got our Pump It Up Phoenix kit. So we were going to have to get Phoenix at some point for the company anyway. And I think it was about the same price or a little bit as what we can get it for elsewise. But they had, well, according to them, they accidentally ordered a Phoenix kit, or a customer had, or something like that. And they didn't want it, and they asked us if we would take it, and we're like, yeah, we'll take it. We have to buy one anyway. And that helps them out because, as you can imagine, there's almost no pump cabs in Japan, so if they've got this Phoenix kit, it's kind of not really worth anything. Okay, this is all my stuff actually. So this was in the Japan box opening video, all this stuff, but I guess this is fresh for you if you want to come over and take a look. We got these at Hard Off. They were very cheap.
Oh, nice.
Same with this, but these are cool. This was like,
you actually were able to get the gun. Ah, that's awesome.
yeah, so it was 500 yen. And it's like, but they're just big. They're not going to go into a.
Yeah, no,
you're not going to suitcase it back or something. You're going to take up all your space doing that. So there was that. There was this. Again, this was in that video, so I'm not really going to look too much at it. But you weren't there for this.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. No, so this actually is special. We didn't buy this. This was a gift from one of the arcade collectors in Osaka that we went to visit.
Really?
He was the guy that has all the classic American games as well. And we were just talking. He's the one that actually took us to the Hard Off, the Super Potato, the ones that are like off the beaten path in Osaka. And we talked about this, and he happened to have one just like in the trunk of his car, and it was a gift. It was really sweet, So naturally, that's because I'm sure you could probably get it in a package and send it over, but it's not.
That's something that I personally as well want. However, every shipping company, every distributor will not, they will not ship gun shape.
So I don't remember
replicas.
if this was in the video, but for reference, this is the Famicom Zapper,
Gun.
and it's gun shaped. It doesn't have an orange tip, anything like that. This is the kind of this like the story of the kid getting shot because he's running around with a zapper,
That's,
So yeah, you can see here it's HVC 005.
Yeah.
At any rate, that was just really cool. It was sweet,
that connector right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a freaking gun.
They're so kick-ass.
They're really cool. So this originally would be the whole point of this, that controller port on the Famicom.
Yep.
But besides, obviously having a longer controller.
That and the keyboard for Family Basic.
Yeah. But this is cool, and I think this might have been one of the things that I don't remember if we had it in that video or not.
Yeah,
we might have. I think we did. But
that is quite kick-ass indeed.
this wasn't even. Yeah, this was 30 yen. Yeah, you didn't see this either.
No, I didn't.
30 yen. I was freaking out about this, I think, in the other video as well, but just okay.
I remember you mentioning that,
But again, 30 yen, and what, you're gonna hand carry this back?
Yeah, no.
There's better things to pick than a box Super Scope, but
Customs would probably stop you if you had that in your suitcase.
for this,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, this was in the video. Okay, and I think the rest of this is not the rest of it, but most of this is now stuff that I picked up or that they offered us. So this was from my distributor. I don't know if they had this sitting around and they only just found it now, or it came in with an arcade that closed out or something. But there was some artworks here, multiple sets of this. I think it's a Chunithim art thing here. Is that Chunithim or is that My? There's a little bit of everything. I'm not sure what that is actually. No, it just says clear poster. It doesn't even say what game they're from. But anyway, there's that. There's some clear files here for sound wont'chas. I don't have any of these yet.
Yeah. I got Gravity Wars one.
Yeah. Okay, and actually here there is some more things that I bought. Just refresh my memory. This was all the 8-bit CDs that we bought. Full set of those. Some Project Diva. Damn it! I forgot. I just bought one of these on Yash. I think it was in the February video. I don't have these though. But yeah, I guess Project Diva notebooks. We've got one more. There's a bunch of CDs. These were these they left us as well. Just a bunch of Border Break soundtrack CDs, Konami Metal BGM selection. I'm not sure where these came from, but they just had a stack of them. Again, probably maybe some arcade was sitting on a lot of this stuff, and when the neat stuff like that comes in, got a couple sets of these. These were the lottery sets. That where you'd go and play at the arcade and earn points to unlock some goodies. There was some leftovers. I'm not sure which Chunithim these were from, but or which event, but there's a set of 4 of those, and I think 4 of those.
I noticed more of those this time in Japan.
Oh yeah, no, they're
branded
getting
gloves
really
and stuff.
popular.
Yeah.
The campaign goods,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah. I don't remember how they track it, but essentially you earn points by playing in certain arcades, and while each arcade has supply of those goods, you can claim them. This was the dojins that we bought at Koromu. We already saw those. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I forgot I picked up 2 of them. I know where one of them's going. Now I know why I bought it. Wait, no, he was... No, he was there. Yeah, no, I know one of them's going to someone I know. Oh, no, that's right. This one was the full-size towel and one's a hand towel, if I remember right. Okay, yeah, no. I don't know. Again, those were all in the previous video. And then, same thing here. This was the poster. So, I was talking to that same collector. Very sweet guy, besides, but like, we were talking about Paka Paka Passion and how I have a cab in my game center running Paka Paka Passion. And he was like, oh yeah, I have an extra art set, and he gave it to me. And in order to keep it straight and flat like this, he stuck it to the back of this poster. I talked about this in the other video too, but it's just too cool of a story to pass up again. But he just sticks it on the back of this poster. This poster's just like, here, you know. It's like, whatever, we get a poster with it too. And at any rate, these will go on that Astro in the game center. And got a little bit more of the original Paka Paka Passion art. This was also, I pulled this off of, you know what, actually, I pulled this off of the Card Connect cab that just came in 2 days ago, so, or, well, I guess it came in together, but, is this probably another Sega clear art. Some more, actually I should probably look through all these CDs. Konami Arcade Championship. Interesting. Border Break Zero. That might be all, that's all the different types. Anyway. Cool, I'll have to pack that back in. Going along here, we got... Okay, so some of this I think would have not been in the video because I picked this up from the warehouse directly. This has actually I think been sitting there for a couple years, and finally I asked for it. It's the pop for Heavenly Haven, and I just don't have any of the old Sound Voltex art anymore. So that will go with the cab. This would be the Pump It Up kit. And actually, I'm not going to open this because I'll open this in the pump video, which is probably going to go up until next year at this point, at the rate I've been uploading those videos. But yeah, no, I'm doing a video on Japanese Pump CXs. I'll do that one when we get there. Okay, Sound Voltex Seed Gear art set, brand new. This is for Dan Adam KOF. He was in the Japan box opening video because we hung out that time. And this was the one thing at the warehouse he asked for a brand new art set on, and now I feel like an idiot because we just sent Bay Area deliveries at like 8 a.m. today. And this could have gone with it, but oh well, I guess it'll get it to him later. We'll have other opportunities to go down there. So anyway, that was his request. There was, what else did I set aside? There was something else, wasn't there? What was it?
I think that's it.
Nope, I think that's it for this pile. I guess let's go over. I'm gonna have to come back. There's a Project Diva printer sitting on the Card Connect. I guess technically that is one more thing that should be in this video. Come on over here, check out this thing. I was just commenting to Cosima here earlier at how much I don't want to unpack this because of how cleanly packed it is. But we have to. You know, so the black DDR is going out. This is for the CRT DDR. And then your PC98 is, I think, in here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this box right here.
So we're gonna have to unpack it regardless. Plus, and then you know all the cards, the coinage, and all that stuff should be in here as well. So I think maybe honestly, if we just cut out the front, we can leave everything like this for now. I think the black DDR is probably gonna get picked up in the next couple days. So yeah. Yeah, you're thinking that bottom box is probably yours.
Yeah, most likely.
It looks like the one that's big enough for that. Okay, let's try to get this stuff off the top. There's a couple more sets of gloves. This was also just some neat extra items that they had for us, which is cute. Some My Deluxe. We've got a bundle of locks. I think if I'm correct, this should be 10 N5000 locks, because Lemony, our good friend and collaborator, needed some for his game center. He decided N5000. Spoilers. Maybe I shouldn't publicize that, but anyway, I think these are N5000 locks. Yes. So he already got them. Oh, and keys. That's right. We're out of these keys. I think we got like several sets, but I'm making a ton, and I don't have any of these keys right now. So there's some locks. If he needs more, I already fulfilled them on those locks. I was just trying to stock up myself. Okay, IC card and 100 yens. So this is probably our restock of, well, at least part of our restock cards and our 100 yen coins. I probably, at this point, I don't know, what's your thoughts on it? Should I keep getting more 100 yen coins? I mean, not that expensive, and it's something that only I can really do in volume. But at this point, you've seen how much I have. I'm fucking never going to use it all.
At the rate of what, we're 149 right now, might as well keep it.
It's probably a good idea to keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
So this is 2 boxes of Aime cards and our 20,000 yen. This looks like maybe more of our cards. It's also in one of the. I like seeing what the boxes these came in were. Like this is some. Oh my god, Love Live. Yeah, for Schoolfest AC. Yep, more IC cards. Love Live, I feel bad. People have been starting to ask me, well, I mean, I guess at a normal rate as before, but we can't get more Love Live caps. They're done, you know. I used to be sitting on tons of them, couldn't get rid of them, and, you know, unfortunately, people are coming in at the wrong time.
You kind of missed the big wave for those.
Yep. I mean, even I did. I only have one for the company, and one in the game center. That's not enough. So here are the middle ones. These should be the red Nessicas. These should be, yep. We've got EMUs and Pass. And then I think there should be another box somewhere that has a couple of the blue Nessicas.
Do you have black Aime? I know they're kind of hard to get anymore.
Black Aime? You mean like the black and red ones?
The black and red Aime, yeah.
We don't get those regularly, but I still have 20 or 30 in the
That's good to know.
dispenser.
I don't see, you don't really see those in arcades over there anymore either.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Well, so have you seen what all's in that dispenser?
Mm-mm.
Because I've got like 30 or 40 of the red EMUs as well.
Oh, really?
You sure as hell don't see
No.
those anymore. We got lucky with that. That was again something that, you know, is a stock left over that a distributor had or something like that. So this was up above their office, kind of like our loft space over there. They have one, and there's just some boxes of parts up there, and they had like 10 or 12 Bio2s. So I was like, yeah, we'll take those, because I don't think they were going to use them. So they seemed to be happy to let us take these. I think we, pay not much for them, but I have doubts that we'll ever really use all this. But those are the kind of parts where, at the very least, now we have a stock of them over here. Let's get into the other part, the part that you care about. Yep, it even says PC 9821. Game Saru. And I'll tape these back up after we're done if you want.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Get them back.
My car's gonna be full of stuff today.
Mom's gonna be full of stuff. Next chance you get, actually, if you actually have a chance to come by for a while, I have more stuff to open.
Oh yeah.
I always like doing it with people. I don't like doing it alone. I did the last box open. I did the February box opening, about half of it or more by myself. All right. I just did that because I needed to get shit out of the living room. There she is. Again. I mean, I don't know. This one might have made it okay. Well, I don't know, because...
So...
regardless.
The reason why I didn't want to... Well, it would cost a lot to send by, like, DHL or FedEx. That and... This is a PC9821CX model. It's an awesome model because it has FM sound chip on the motherboard. The reason I really wouldn't want to send these over FedEx DHL is these have 30-year-old hard drives in them. This one has DOS 6.5 on it, and you don't want that bouncing around, you know, and I don't trust FedEx or DHL to not have that bounce around and the hard drive gets screwed.
Pretty
So
much.
these are definitely things too, you know, if you buy, like, specifically PC98 and like that old monitor, use a step-down converter because they're only rated for 100 and the capacitors in these isn't going to take much more than that.
Yeah, and it's like, I think I've mentioned this to you as well. A lot of people ask me whether they need to run a step down because everything in Japan is supposed to be 100 volt. And generally with cabs, and especially with newer cabs, they're all rated 100 to 240. Yeah. But certain things like this, you do, like Cosmo said, want to be careful.
Household electronics,
or
and,
you know, some of them just won't work at all. But yeah, it never hurts to use one. But it is good to. I tell people it's good to know, or it's good to ask. There is never a stupid question. You should never assume that it's a stupid question. Just ask the question if you're picking up stuff from someone, especially someone who knows what they're talking about. Because they're happy to tell you, and if they're not, they shouldn't be in any business selling you stuff, you know.
That's for true. But no, like old school household electronics that, you know, don't show the voltage rating for, you know, 100 to 240. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. There's one last item on here, and when I come back, we'll take a look at the Diva printer, which I have a full video on the Diva printer, so it's not like it's crazy special or anything, but at least to show that. And I guess technically the cab that it's on is a little bit of an oddity too. So, but these are just some side visors for Chrono Regalia, which, let me see if we can reach the. I want to actually walk with you real quick here.
Yep.
Back here. So I had asked about side visors for the APM3s because these tend to break, and we take them off now when we ship stuff out to try to be as careful as we can. But like these, we have a number that we need to replace, and they're like, well, they don't have these, but they have these, and they're come in a little bit more. It's for these cabs over here, so they're a little bit different, but at the very least, this gets us something, and they had some spares, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it for the little extra items on this container. Ow! So we'll be back once the back of this is cleared out a little bit, and just kind of peek at the Diva printer when we do. So we'll see you soon. Okay, I finally got back to this cab and the Project Diva printer here, and I'm going to take a look at it real quick before we get another container. So this was junk. It was getting thrown out. I still don't know exactly what all is missing. I'm pretty sure the printer, I don't know if I mentioned that before. And as I think I pointed out when we unloaded the container, that we do not have a PCB or anything as well. And it's a little bit of a weird one, so we'll see about that. And actually, now that I look at it, the printer's there, so that's cool. I'm pretty sure we won't have any cardstock or anything, because again, this was sitting in a junk pile. Like it was getting ready to be scrapped, and we saved it. So there's that. It's missing this back panel here. The monitor seems to be there. And we've got this giant crack here in the front. So we'll see what we can do about getting this working later. But yeah, technically this isn't a box opening, but I might as well share this along with it because we are doing the fun stuff anyway. So I didn't see any keys with this. Hopefully it's one of the standard Konami keys. 5002. So it's a little beat up, but the fact that it's got the printer is a good sign. It means we can probably put some PC in this, get some use out of it or something. And not N5003, and then we're down to N5004. And if this doesn't work, maybe I'll come back to this. There we go. Yep, N5004. Okay. Does it have... we didn't get locks, or keys, so that's probably not going to be able to get in there. Let's just check this thing, see what actually is in it. Oh, surprisingly, it does have cardstock. That kind of surprises me. And it has a little bit of ink too, so yeah, I'll be able to... Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do a video on this and the process of bringing it back to use or something, but this is probably a savable thing. Let's see here. More than like, I'll check on the cab in the back and see if there's keys somewhere, but and hopefully we can take a look at that. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video on this. Okay, around the back. Yeah, I don't see any keys. Maybe they're tucked in there. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video on this later. But yeah. So anyway, this was one of the junk pieces we picked up. I think on in a month or about 2 months, I think we're getting an Astro that was also getting thrown out, and it's probably going to be pretty hard off from what I remember seeing. But okay, so the other part, and this is the last of this container, is this Project Diva printer, which was, I'm pretty sure this is all good, but they had it there, I saw it and asked for it, and they were happy enough to offer it to us. I don't remember what we paid for it, but it has this cute artwork on it. There is a PDF of this online for anyone that wants to print it up. That is an official artwork. But yeah, I don't even remember if I bothered opening this. When I saw it there, I was just like, I'll take it. Open this up. It's got some manuals. I don't remember if I have these manuals. I might not. I'll bring these home. Studio printer kit. Cool, and the power cable. Yeah, and I guess the real question, I don't remember how to open this, as if it still has paper, but yeah, we'll come back to that. Anyway, just wanted to take a look at these real quickly while I was able. There we go. I'm just going to pull it out. Okay, so yeah, we'll be back once we get to another container. Yeah, see you soon. Okay, so this actually just came in today. It was sitting outside. Coincidentally, this is actually for the container that comes in today. And they had actually messaged me, I think a day or two ago, and said, yeah, you know, the Bomber Girl, I think the PCB didn't make it into the cab, and we need to send it to you separately, so it'll be in the mail. And sure enough, I come in here today and it's sitting there. So just since this is technically part of, you know, it's all separated, cutely enough, this might be used or whatever. They just use one of those giant ass air packs with as a packing material, and yeah, like that's just their pack. So there's the dongles for it here, and the PCB. Nothing really big, but since it's technically separate, just showing them they miss stuff, they'll take care of us usually. So I don't think there's anything really fun on the next container, so it might be a while until we come back with more container stuff, but I just wanted to share this before we move on. Okay. Alright, so we're back. We got another container. Hopefully, I think almost everything we've got on this container is on this gun bullet, and it will be the same for the next container from this distributor, which I believe will be at the end of this video. I think that's probably going to be the last one. It'll come in around June. It'll be the last one that we get in for this container box opening video. Anyway, I'm going to dig right into it. First up, and I don't know, I guess I should probably open some of this. This is a bunch of Helix parts. There should be 7 boxes of it that a friend of mine picked up off Yahoo Japan and asked me to ship, and it's like, I mentioned in the container video opening this too, it's like I'm getting really kind of frustrated. I've told people, you know, even close friends, I've told them, like, look, I really do not want to be your like, whatever. I'm not here to solve your problems by containering your shit that you accidentally bought on Yash and didn't have a good way to ship, you know. But you know, I'm too gentle of a guy to say no sometimes. But hopefully this will be the last of it, because I do not want to do any more of this year. I'm trying to keep myself sane. So anyway, this has our regular monthly restock of stuff as well. I'm going to set that up here. Got 4 of those 7 boxes so far. The next one that we get from them, they've got 2 gun bullet X's, and those are also going to be stacked up. As you can see, like, this thing is very convenient for just about anything, right up to like full-size gotcha sort of stuff. So I think like the next one has 2 patchy slots on it and stuff like that. So, not sure how much of this is the Helix stuff and how much isn't. There feels like there's more stuff here than I expected. Yeah, like keys, locks. So there's also some extra keys and locks on top of what you normally have. This is something that I legitimately was okay helping a friend with, because it's small and simple. And but yeah, let's go ahead, get this up. This was a customer of mine picked this up off Yahoo Japan themselves, and then couldn't really handle it themselves, and you know, again, and I apologize to you for watching this. Like, my frustrations are not trying to take my frustrations out on you, but I am kind of tired of bailing people out. So for now, I'm gonna get this down. Flip it around. So This was their Dasha they picked up. I don't remember what model it is, but it's pretty cute. We're going to be getting about 100 of the Capsule Station 4s at some point soon, but at any rate, I'll leave that at that. Now that'll get delivered to them. Let's go ahead and jump into the boxes. I'm going to do all the small stuff first, and then maybe we'll get into the Vuelix items. Where did I put my knife? Doesn't matter, I got another. Okay, so first up, this one's labeled key. This might be all of our keys and locks. I don't know, there's a couple boxes, so we'll look at them. This is, a friend of mine needed some N5000 locks. They decided that that was what they were gonna run their arcade on. So they just needed 10. Our distributor was like, you know, we could have bought them, but they're like, hey, we have 10, so we can give you 10. And so I believe that's gonna be these. Let's see here, yeah, N5000. So anyway, that's just to replenish our own locks. That'll just go into our stockpile. So these are our standard, our Sega keys for our cabs. We are relatively short on them compared to our barrel keys. So I just asked for 10 more because they can get that. So that way we will be able to make a lot more sets of keys. And that's going to be important with Level Up coming up soon, that we have enough set of keys for everybody to check out. These are N5005 keys. These are the newest keys from Konami. They're what you will find on, I think, like Dance Around, Gold DDRs. Maybe not Gold DDR, but like Valkyrie models, new Lightning models, cabs like that, Polaris cord. So we have none of the keys, and we got a big bucket of locks. So if we want to use them, we're obviously going to need the keys. Plus, I need to add these to all of our everything key sets. So we got those. And then here, this was not really necessary because we'll almost never use them, but these are A002 keys. I've mentioned before, every maker, you know, has a standard key. So there's like N5000, 5001. Konami, I think, doesn't have a special one for cranes, but anything that has product behind it, so like a crane machine or like Lord of Vermilion, where there's card vending packs inside, those had a different key. For Lord of Vermilion, it was like LY1154 instead of LY1153. Sega, it's A002 instead of A001. And their older ones, there's a 5577 instead of 5575. So anyway, we don't have any of these keys. So I was like, while I'm making the order, why don't we get these at the same time? So I did. And that's that. Check this aside and get into the second box. 100 yen and card. So this is just our regular yen coin and card restock. Nothing special here. It's in every opening we do, yeah. So that's just, it looks like the Banapass and EMUs, 200 each. Let's see here. This one isn't labeled. I don't see any. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. Okay, this is a Vuelix versus board, it looks like. If I can. Yeah, it's just a Vuelix versus board. So this is probably one of 7 of the Vuelix parts. I'm gonna set these aside to make sure they go to the right person. That's a local buddy of mine. I'll bet you 1 or 2 of these are also probably part of it. There's also going to be at least one more of these is going to have more cards in it. Okay, so this is 2 of 7. Bunch of Vuelix parts here. Power cable, front panel, or test service panel with PCB, wiring, back panel. This is basically, I think he picked up most of a script Vuelix, the fan for the back. That's 2 of 7. I'm looking at one of these as probably the monitor. Okay, so that's probably the rest of the cards there. This is light. I doubt this is probably not Buick stuff. I'm trying to remember what, if there was one other small thing supposed to be in here. No, this is more Buicks. It's a, or is, yeah, it's a Buick's front door and the coin track. So it's 3 of 7. Yeah, that makes sense, because that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then this is the last of our card. And I think, again, I'm pretty sure this was everything that's on here, so I will not be surprised if I am not surprised. Red Nessicas, IMA, 200 and 100. So you cannot get blue Nessica cards anymore. They're discontinued because Group Coaster is now offline. And it was the last game that required them. So that's as of this recording. And I unfortunately had stopped ordering them because I was overstocked on them, thinking, well, you know, I'm not going to order too many because people aren't buying them very fast. And then here goes, I should have just kept ordering them like I normally was instead of trying to cut corners. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's get into the rest of these Buick's parts boxes. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I think there was supposed to be a 2DX monitor on this container. You guys didn't see anything like that, did you? No?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe it didn't make it. I don't know. I'm sure as I'm going through things, I'll find it and I'll follow up. But yeah, it could be packed into one of the big boys. The fuck is? Is that it? It's a waste of a box. I don't know, actually, you know, that makes sense. So these are the speaker pods. That makes sense that they're packed this way. There's another one in here. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be like, that's ridiculously well-packed shit. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm pretty sure this one is a monitor. Oh, no, this is a control panel. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, monitor would be kind of a waste, so spare control panel. I think these are the metal parts of the marquee and the trim pieces. I think are the last thing there. I don't remember exactly what was in these. We just on the manifest we just like that they were Buick's parts. So here. Okay. So this is for a diamond black. It's the part that goes up over the top, and this is the part that goes directly under it, like that. And then you see the back title plate. All right. Get into number 7. And this is going to be the side trim. So I believe he was converting his cabinet fully to a diamond black because he preferred that that color scheme or something like that. I forgot which type he had to begin with. There's the metal parts there, but anyway, a lot of these are for that conversion. I think a lot of the parts are extra, but that. And then again, like, honestly, all this stuff could have shipped through Bai or from Japan or whatever, but I'm gonna push over, I don't know, try to help people out. Let's go ahead, I'll open up this. I think there's one or two other things I wanted to look at before we wrap up for this container. And you know, I'm sure, like I said, I'll come back if I happen to remember something that we missed. So like I said, I think there was a 2DX monitor on this manifest that was supposed to be here. So. Okay, so this was just a neat PC that a friend of mine picked up on Yahoo Japan. I think this was while he was over there. And I think I showed one in the previous video as well, but he was very concerned about this getting here safely through the mail, which makes sense because a lot of this older stuff, it's very brittle, the plastics and whatnot, and when you want it to get here in good condition, maybe this is the only way to do it. So kind of feel bad opening this without him here, but I'm sure he'll understand. I do want to at least show it for you guys. I'll unwrap it to here, but I don't know, finish it. And of course, it looks like it has gotten here in good shape. But he's been a big fan of a lot of the older PC98s and other retro PCs. There's actually going to be another one of these on the following one of the following containers. And now that I'm thinking about it, there's so much other stuff on that container that, you know, depending, I might break that into a second video if that happens to happen that way. Okay, so the other things, I think real quick. I want to say it was over here. Just wanted to point out one or two things. Oh yeah, there was one. Okay, so on this House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn, they took the marquee for Tunitham Sun off because it's just easier to, it's safer since have taken it off and this was already here. But I was curious what's underneath it. I don't remember us getting a different art set, or maybe this is something for Scarlet Dawn, but I just wanted to open this on the video just in case. So pull this. You know, I think actually, now that I think about it, I think I bought extra, I might have asked him to help me buy some extra Tunitham Sun marquees because we need it for our other cab. So at any rate, there's one. And I believe that goes to the one that just came in. I'm gonna open this up. I think this is another one or two. You can see there's no identifiers on it. So if it is, that's perfect because we were planning on running two side by side and I'd like to have the art match. Go ahead, pop this open. And yeah, well, I can see it. It says Tunitham something art already. So yeah, I think they helped us pick this up and I forgot about it. And if that's the case, oh, it's a luminous art set. That's kind of even better. So unfortunately, I've already now, well, actually it's already been unsealed, it looks like. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this like this for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it is a CVT, a full CVT upgrade for it with the art. Yep, looks like, oh, there's an extra manual in there. There's a Tunitham Luminous manual. That's interesting. You can see CVT kit there. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Anyway, I think that was the last thing. I think the only thing I'd mention also is just like this ridiculous thing, how they packed it was kind of amusing. And I wanted to peek behind and see if maybe we do have like a hiding 2DX monitor or something, which, no, nothing there. And let's check the other part. Nope, nothing there. I think that's it then, yeah. So we'll be back whenever the next container comes around. Yeah, see you in a second. Okay, So, this was, God, I don't know how long. Do you have any idea? Do you remember how long this has been here? Because it was in the pile of cardboard. This came a very long time ago. I feel like this was a floor mat for a My DX that I had asked for like last spring, so about a year ago. But this has been sitting in that pile. I don't remember which container it came off of, but since it came off of a container, I'm gonna open it and see what it is. It's obviously labeled, it's obviously well packed, so it's gotta be something. Or it could be nothing. I'm pretty sure it's something. And my thought is that underneath all of this is a My DX floor mat that I had seen in the warehouse on my spring Japan trip last year. I asked about, and then it never got commented on after that, and just kind of, so there's nothing under that.
And then where did we end up finding it?
Yeah, we found it in our cardboard pile. It's been sitting there for a while. So it might have come in and we just threw it aside as a piece of cardboard and to use it on a truck, and then never did, and this got pulled out. And Fermin here behind the camera, yeah, this is looking like a stage. Fermin here behind the camera was like, hey, this is probably not. And yeah, it's a stage for a floor mat. So I think this is the DX one that I saw. Yep, it is a DX one. So this was in the corner. Actually, it was on the wall on the upper floor of their warehouse, just sitting there, extra. This actually, no, it can't be. This looks brand new. Damn. So they only did DX and DX Splash, but God, this is brand freaking new. Well, I mean, I'm gonna put it in the game center, so I guess it's cool. I get a new one, but like, I almost feel dirty putting my feet on this. So, anyway, that does confirm what I thought. Is it's a brand new DX floor mat from whatever, and yeah, on to the next container. Okay, just some real quick things here. This was some stuff that my distributor sent me, separate of the container. I guess I don't know if it didn't make it or whatever. I think so. I think these two are actually groove stages, and this is a Drummania PCB. I guess they had sent one out for repair and it didn't come in until after it came in. So I'm gonna just pop these open here real quick, and let me see. Actually, here's okay. So this container for these are coming in next week, and take a quick look at them for this opening. Okay. Very well packed in there, and this is nothing super out of the ordinary. Just a very, very well packed Kitadora PCB. So I'm going to leave that sucker right here until that container comes. And then the others were these group stages. I don't know why they sent these. I'm not in any hurry to get them or anything, so. But I do appreciate it. There's been one or two people that I've been meaning to take care of for a while, and they haven't been sending these out. They've missed several containers at this point. But it's alright. It's not like I have been charging for them, so. Looks like, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a groove stage, but it's missing. Is it missing part of it, or am I just not used to seeing it this way? Get this out. The other is just another one. I'm not going to bother opening that, but I'll get this one out so we can see how they packed it. Not that, or I won't get it out. It won't fucking. There we go. No, come on. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's actually complete. These are a lot lighter than I remember them being. yeah, so there's just 2 of those. But, yeah, okay. So I'll be back with whatever else happens to come in the next whenever. I'll be right back. Okay, another day, another container. This one only had a couple things of interest, mainly this rack up here for ongeki that they probably used for to put a camera up there. It was kind of cute. I'm just gonna take that back with me. Come on over here, and then we've got this standee. One of them is the Chunathan standee. I think there was 2 from that arcade, and we're getting the other one. And there's another standee here, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't remember. I feel like I saw it, but I don't. And then there was this envelope was on one of the cabs, and it doesn't go to any of the cabs because it's replacement optic sensors, and I don't know. There was no 2DX on this container, so, or anything like that would use it. So anyway, we got some extra optic sensors on that one. I'm gonna go ahead here and unwrap this standee, see what it is. See if I remember us ever having this. So looks like 2 of them actually, both Sega. Oh, it is. Oh, so this is actually House of the Dead. Damn, I didn't realize we had them. So there's 2 Scarlet Dawn ones. There's that one. It's actually pretty big. And then here's the other. I think it's this part of it. Oh no, this is part of something else. What is this? Some music game? I don't know. Anyway, there's the other Scarlet Dawn one. Set this up here. I'm not quite sure what that goes to. Is that like a metal game or? I don't know. And underneath this should be the Chunathan one, yeah. Which I have 2.5 of now. There was one other that we got. Oh my god, come on. Move, you fucking. Sorry, I cannot get this thing to. There we go. Fucking stay. Alright. Yeah, one of the others was from them, and then I got a half piece from, I think from Yahoo Japan, but. So here's the last one of that. And there's our standees for this container, and I think that is it. Yeah, okay, so I'm still waiting for the one bigger one that I know is going to have some really neat stuff on it, and then that'll be the end of this video. I don't know what else is going to come in between then, but there's those for this one. We'll be right back. So we got the really exciting one in. There's still going to be one container after this that has just a bunch of boxes of PCBs that we'll include because it's right in this segment anyway. Otherwise, yeah, we got the rest of all of our stuff right here. Before I start cutting into it, I'm just going to look at the other neat things that were on this container. This container, and like I mentioned in the video, is probably one of the most interesting we ever did. We got this cup noodle machine. You can bet your ass we're going to do a video on this, but take a look at these fucking cups in here. Like this one's been opened, but you can tell like all this shit growing on it from like that it was, you know, an original cup at some point. They just put it in there and put it on display, and just whatever moisture or whatever had soaked into that, and it was pretty gross. So this one and this one are just display cups. Those are intended, like you can look at if you look through the top, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, there's just a screw in the bottom that holds it in place. These 2 are sealed, and we don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know yet if cause like it's pretty in place. I have a feeling they also did a screw in the bottom, at which point no, I'm not eating that shit. But anyway, this thing's just super cool. We're almost certain it doesn't work based on how little we paid for it, but like it's neat. They've got you get a fork to actually, oh shit, it's full of forks. It's full of Nissin forks as well. And cup noodle forks, and then there's one for chopsticks. There's no chopsticks in there. Who knows? But I mean, who knows? It might also just fucking work, and nobody, you know, I don't know. But we paid probably like 5, 6, 7 times less than what they market for. Anyway, it's just a cool thing that came on this container. You can see each one of these 200 yen for $1.50. I mean, considering what you get cups of noodles for, it's probably still good. Anyway, the other big thing over here, unfortunately, I didn't think about it. I tucked it back before we while we were unloading. This is our 1-to-1 size Nanachi figure, which some point we'll do a video on it. I need to find a place to actually pack it or put it on display. And our next container has the, our next month's container has the display case we're going to put it in. So anyway, here's the box for it. That's all you really need to see. We'll do a video on this later and you'll get to check it out. Anyway, let's get into the actual stuff for this container. Get the easiest thing off first, and this actually gets us something we need to work on. Ready to go. I bought these simply because it's something useful, and while the parts come up used and are available, I want to buy them and have them on hand. And as it turns out, we had one break on its own anyway, and thankfully I had the foresight to have already bought it. This was off Yahoo Japan. I asked my distributor to help with it because it's big and heavy. It's like I could have shipped this, but as much as it costs, and we're not in any hurry for it, might as well better put it on a container. And you can see it doesn't cost us anything too, so you can just put it on these gun bullets. Frequently cabs like these, where did I put the there? Okay, so this is a steering wheel for an initial D. We just had one snap on one of our cabs, so we don't need the whole thing, but we do need the steering column part. And honestly, before we put that on, I'd like to try to get a picture of exactly the part we need, because we've tried to order it before for someone else whose steering wheel is broken, and we just kept getting either the wrong thing or something. And like, even if we get ours fixed, we got to help them still eventually get theirs fixed. And that's been like, it's been quite a while, several months or like a year, and we've been trying to get these, just order them from Sega directly, and it's just been hard. So anyway, this is just an entire steering assembly. We bought a bunch of other parts. It was in one of the other box opening videos, and I just shipped those normally. But the steering wheel, because this thing is pretty heavy, and I mean, I guess this wouldn't have been too unreasonable to since we need to anyway, I might as well get it all the way open. Normally, I'd keep this wrapped, put it on a shelf somewhere to never be seen for a while.
Since this is going in relatively soon, we can just put it on the seat of the broken cab.
It's going immediately into a cab, so. I was kind of hoping we'd see more of this stuff come up and just pick up spare parts, but I don't remember if we had seen any more. So this is the whole fucking assembly. And here I am, I'm resting the entire weight of it on the wheel.
Alright, so for context, let's see if I can get it in.
Get it all the way out.
Yes.
There's a look inside.
So, this plate here, there are 4 bolts where you can open it, and then there's a bolt that goes through the shaft of the steering column that kind of connects it. And the way that it connects is that it's kind of like teeth. It slots in. That is where it broke, specifically where the bolt threads in.
Yeah. So it just snapped clean off.
It snapped in multiple pieces, actually, like little itty bits.
like you can't really weld it back together or anything. You try and do that in there, you know, because it's, if you look at the back, it fits in pretty snug. Anything extra in there, you're not going to be able to put it back together. So.
Right. So it was a situation where we were at a show and someone came up to the arcade desk with the wheel in their hand.
And like, I would bet that it probably wasn't even like rough play. Like, sure, you can always speculate it. You know, there's a good chance of that. But
it was like anyone who's played Initial D or has seen people play Initial D, when battles get heated, they go full power with the turning, and it's just
I mean, certain areas
years upon years of that.
There's the stories of like when battles get heated, the knives come out, and like. At any rate, who knows? It was rough play or just bad. I don't know. Something happened.
And then, oddly enough, on the other cab that we have, right around here.
Oh, that's right. The other cab had something too, huh?
Right around here is the motor for the force feedback. That is dead on the other cab of that pair.
So at least
we'll
with
be
this
replacing
one,
them both.
with this one, we'll be able to replace the parts on both, and it'll be good to go. Anyway, sometimes a little foresight is nice.
Yeah, we initially, I think we ordered that because of the force feedback one.
I didn't necessarily order it because of it. I ordered it because we definitely needed the parts. But yes, the force feedback was the first thing that we needed to replace, and would definitely have been a motivator if I had decided, nah, I'm not going to buy that, you know.
It's unfortunate that things go out on cabs, especially stuff that we bring to shows.
And
but
I mean, the thing with that is we operate, so we're so little. We're not running 24/7, or not even, you know, like not an everyday thing. And I tell this to people as homeowners, and a lot of people say, you know, Sue, it's like, how long do I have to maintain? How long my knobs on my sound wont'cha's going to last? Whatnot. If it's in your house, basically forever. You know, if it's just you or even just you and your friends, stuff like that, it's going to last forever. Okay, so this, kind of stupidly and embarrassingly, I saw this Neo Geo sign up, and I thought, oh, sweet, it's a Neo Geo lit sign. You know, like one of those big ones now. It's this tiny little thing, and I just, when I realized it, even before I shipped this over, I realized it. I was like, oh, fuck, it's just this. It was a little expensive too, but anyway, it still is a cool little tabletop item. So I won't pretend like I knew what I was doing. I fucked up. So it's like the exercise, and actually, you want to go, let's walk over while I open this up and take a look at the exercise for a comparison.
Hi, Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's right, that was on this container. This was a fun container. Like,
So,
I'll be saying this for a while. I think probably not at least a week of social media posts are going to come just from cool shit on this. So yeah, you know, you got that, and then we got this. So like, yeah, but it's cute. That's a neat little tabletop thing, you know, the switch there, probably a battery operated on this one. But yeah. I don't really have a lot of desk space at the office right now, but cute. Whatever, make the best of what we got there. Okay. Continuing through our boxes, let's see what we got here. I wonder if this does not feel like our regular stock of cards and stuff are probably in there. Oh, I know what this is. This is something that we picked up for a friend of ours. It's a Fujitsu PC. And like this kind of stuff, he's just hyper afraid of shipping through any kind of courier, and I agree with him. I opened up his PC98 on I think on the previous container box opening video, and basically commented the same thing, which is I would be scared transporting something like this any other way. So there's the monitor for it. I'm not going to take this all the way out. This is his joy to check out. So just a neat older PC with got the keyboard here. This is a blast from the past. Some cool stuff. So anyway, I'll need to reach out to him. I forgot. I haven't even talked to him recently, but it's time to let him know it's here. Set this aside. Bring that home with me next time he comes in. Okay, so this, I picked this up when before a lovely member of the Nintendo collecting community got in touch with us with repros. This was some Famicom box keys, and for the longest time, you know, I had all those Famicom boxes and no keys, and I needed at least a key to you know, do some testing in the functionality. So these are original keys for that. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was just those two, and we don't have the other one. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. So, but at any rate, we didn't have them, and I got these. Since then, a lovely person in the community has gave us some repros, so we were able to give those to everybody. Pocket that and get into these. So, oh, so this is fun. I don't think I'm going to do a video on this, but a good friend of ours over there did a run of floaties, and rather than ship it to me, since it's easy for it to go to my distributor and go from there, I just did that, and here it is. These are pretty cool. Let's see if I can't get it open and display it. I'll probably hang this somewhere in the I don't know if I'll open one. Here we go. So you can see there's the design for it. Just a cute Miku floaty. We've got some wallpapers to go with it there on a thumb drive, and some floaties. Let's see, are these the same? I think they're supposed to. I don't remember if the wont'cha ones are in with this, or yeah, there we go. So there's the wont'cha design. And I believe, let's see here. Maybe I won't open these now. Yeah, it's just another wont'cha design. I think this one of these is for a friend of ours, if I remember correctly. But yeah. So anyway, that was the easier way to get them here. I'll somewhere in a future video. I mean, if you guys are watching enough of the videos, you'll find it eventually in the game center. I'm thinking about inflating those and hanging them somewhere over the cabs or something like that. The Miku section is a little overloaded right now, so. This box is sealed, so I'm probably just going to leave it that way. It should be Card Connect stock, card stock. Where does it say? Yeah. Card ink ribbon set. So it's very rare that we find any, but I think they had a box set ready. They always offer whatever they can. It hasn't been a lot lately, so. And our regular card stock. This is nothing you haven't seen in any other container before, but do it anyway. Notable that this is going to be the first, or actually, no, this is the last container that will have a regular stock of blue NESica cards. And like I think last time too, for some reason they're coming in these 20 card boxes instead of the 50 card ones like normal, the ones that are like this size. But this is the last of what they were able to get apparently from Taito or just in general. And now we're on the aftermarket hunt. See if arcades clear them out or something like that, but they're gone. They're all done. And I think Taito, you know, it's also one of those things where they said if we ask Taito for them, they're going to be like, well, why do you want them? They don't, you know, they're not useful for anything, you know. Because Groove Coaster was the last cab that officially supported those and only those. So there's no reason to have those over the red one now. So regular 200 EMUs, 200 IMEI, only 200 Banapass. Yeah, so 200 Banapass, 20,000 yen. Regular cardstock. Pick this over. And we're down to the 2 last fun items. I don't know. I'm not gonna take these off right now. This is kind of a pain in the ass. I'll get these off whenever I load up the car. But we've got 2 pretty cool Apache slot. One's quite rare, which is this one over here, the Parodius one, the wont'cha Parodius. It's significant for me because it is my favorite Parodius title. Though when we'll be figuring out what we do, we'll be vying with our local buddy over this one. And the other, I think it's not as rare, but I don't look often. I'm pretty sure it's not super common, but the Puyo Puyo one. Because I think that came out around Puyo Puyo Fever. If that would be, is that 15 years? The Puyo is pretty old, but I think it's around Puyo Puyo Fever era. So anyway, that's everything that should be on these containers. I guess it's worth I moved this over here so we can look at it. Worth noting this was on one of the cabs. So they did this custom art, and it's just on like really thin paper, but it was surprising because looking at it is almost indistinguishable from like a higher quality official one. It just looked really good. Other things on this container, I mean, I think that's about it for stuff. So we'll be back shortly. There's just a whole bunch of boxes of PCBs. It's like a big restock. And again, since that container's tomorrow, I might as well wrap it into this video before we finish up. So when we come back, we'll take a look at that just real quick and wrap up the video. Okay, no, I actually missed a couple little things in between here. So first up, I actually don't know where this came from. I don't remember it being offered to me either, but I'll put that somewhere. And the other thing was and a couple other things that I should have remembered was this is just the hollow ribbon that goes with that cardstock. And this was, we ordered some of the rubber contacts for the button panels on Initial D, because some people were having theirs torn out. Specifically, really bad was Game Nest having them. And so like Initial D8, Initial D0, Initial D, the arcade have this exact same panel. And we found out later this is a part that you can buy from US distribution and parts as well, and it's the exact same thing, but like people will like pluck these buttons out entirely, and since they're all one rubber sheet. So anyway, I ordered a bunch so that we could sit on them if we ever actually need them. We've got them. We don't have to just pull them off of a parts panel or something. So yeah, that's just throw it on a shelf and hopefully remember it when we need it. Now the fun thing I had completely forgot about, because stuff like this doesn't really go on to the like actual sales worksheet, but this was from an arcade that closed, and when they did, they had these they had the card collection data files, and they had these on hand like in the arcade for you to look at, or probably like card swap and stuff like that. So like it's got games that go to it's probably the arcade it came from. Maybe I'll look that up sometime, but this one was already stocked with a bunch of printed cards. So we'll just real quick, why don't we just flip through them all? But it was just really cool because like there is a lot of arcades where stuff like this is around, or they have like guest art books, or card swap tables and things like that for various card games. And I don't know if these are just doubles or triples, or yeah, they're all the same thing. So there's a whole bunch of doubles, triples, stuff like that in there. And I bet you like people probably just swapping cards and things like that. And a shout out to Cami, who has like the card database online if you ever want to look at what cards are available. There are resources and people in the community that have been keeping track of this stuff and whatnot, but this is just super cool. It's like, and I mean, the thing is when stuff like this turns up, it means that when that arcade closed, they didn't care about this stuff. They didn't give it, you know, there wasn't someone in the community that it went to or something. It ended up just going with their cabs to the distributor, and you know, I mean, it's both sad, but also I don't know, it's just neat that a little bit of this history has made it our way. So anyway, we'll be back with the boxes of PCBs real quick before we wrap up. Okay, this is going to be a real quick finish because we super loaded the container. You probably saw it in the container video before this, but yeah, no, we just had, you know, like I said, 31 Type X's and one Lindbergh for Virtua Fighter 5. We're trying to put together a good pair of those on Net Cities. So that's the last PCB that we need for it. Anyway, there's just like a bunch of stacks of boxes. These were apparently, unfortunately, I wasn't unloading this container, so I didn't really get to see it, but these were all packed on top of the pads. You can see, well, oh, it's not those pads. Where's the pads? I don't know. Apparently, it was just a real hassle for them to get in and out of. But let me see. I don't even know where the pads went. But anyway, these boxes are restock of X3s. That's all I really got for this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else, so I'll just leave it off at that. This is already a pretty tanky video with quite a few containers of goods. So yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at that for this box opening video, and I guess we'll see you sometime down the line for the next few. I appreciate you guys watching, supporting us. Yeah, stay safe as always, and see you. Oh, there's the pads. So yeah, that container was just tons and tons of pads. So I think they either stood them up like this or had them stacked flat, and then those were on top of it. But yeah, anyway, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.